Welcome to Foreign Film Fridays, where every Friday we pick a different foreign film to recommend to you. Now, for this first episode, I am recommending the 2019 film, I believe it was, How Long Will I Love You? Now, this film, I remember, there's a particular reason why I picked this film, because I remember I was at an art house theater seeing a film. I can't remember exactly what I was seeing, but I do recall seeing a trailer for this film, and it just completely captivated me. Like, I remember really wanting to see this movie, and it was just like it never came to any theaters near me. Art house theaters I go to, I was showing it, and time went by. I just never saw anything for it again. Just kind of forgot about it after a while. It didn't come out on physical media right away. It might have came out, but it didn't come out in the U.S. right away. And then a couple years down the line, I came across. I don't know what I was doing. Somehow I came back across the title, because I remember. I think I might have screenshotted the poster. I might have screenshot the poster. I might be going through some old photos on my phone for like movie recommendations. Every time I come across a movie, I'll take a picture of if I see something online, I'll screenshot the poster and add to a album of different films. Look up films to keep an eye out for, more obscure films. And I came across it again. I looked it up just out of curiosity, like, okay, is this film available to see yet in any format, anywhere? And luckily enough, it was on Amazon. I picked it up, and it was definitely worth the wait. It's this really obscure, like, rom-com, but it's more like a dramedy about two people who live in the same apartment 20 years apart, and how one day there's this merge, and their timelines and their apartment merge together. So the guy who is originally from 1999 gets jumped to the modern day of like 2018, where he meets this girl who lived in the same apartment. Who lives in the same apartment he lived in 1999, and their worlds kind of clash. Now, it is definitely a more obscure kind of dramedy, but again, I feel like when you're looking at films from like Asia, a lot of times you have a lot of great like rom-coms and dramedies that are very obscure, but they just land every time. There's actually another one I'm not going to mention in this video, because we might make that next week's video of recommendation or upcoming video, because and again, a lot of times we got remakes. Actually, the one I'm thinking of, or the other films in reference, was so popular, it got an American remake, which I've seen both, and the American remake, as much as I love the actress in which played the leading role, they completely botched the film, and it really lost a lot of what made the original work. So, again, that's one of the I feel like that's something that happens a lot in Hollywood, though. You have a lot of these great foreign films that get remade, and then they end up butchering them, and they're just a shell of their former self. Another prime example of that one is Old Boy with Spike Lee. Or, well, not with Spike Lee, directed by Spike Lee, starring Josh Brolin and Elizabeth Olsen, which is what I actually kind of touched up on in my high and low film review from the Criterion Collection, because Spike Lee remade that film, and what his is called Highest and Lowest, starring Denzel Washington. Was supposed to go see it the other day. Whole debacle with that. So I haven't actually had a chance to see it yet. I do know it is coming to Apple TV. I want to say September 4th or 5th, so another week and a half, 2 weeks. So I'm definitely going to watch it then. But the film of the week is definitely recommend to watch and check out if you haven't. Definitely search for it. I'm pretty sure it's probably still available on Amazon. I picked it up a year or so ago, maybe two. That is How Long Will I Love You? Again, this is just a fun dramedy. It has some pretty good twists and turns. Again, it is an original concept. Definitely something you want to pop in if you're looking for something familiar yet new and original, because it has a familiar structure and familiar concept, while the overall execution and storyline at a sub-level is completely new and original. So that brings us to the end of this video, And instead of the normal question of have you seen this film, what are your thoughts, my question is, what is a foreign film that you recommend for this Foreign Film Friday? Comment below and let me know.